Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our annual press conference in London. In general, we see positive development in Africa. The economy is moving forward relentlessly. Over the last 10 years, Africa is improving. Education, health is improving. Great development there. That is really wonderful. Gender issues are improving. That's great. We see, unfortunately, a little bit of decline in the issues of human rights and participation. And we need to emphasize that economic development does not give us reason really to be a little bit complacent about the issue of participation and human rights of people. We don't want to see unbalanced development. The four main powerhouses in Africa, namely Egypt, Nigeria, South Africa, and Kenya, appear to be really stuttering a little bit. They are not showing really convincing progress over the year. Nigeria, for example, for the first time dropped to the last 10 performer in the table. The area of safety, rule of law, and participation and human rights slightly deteriorated in these four powerhouses. That is concerning because we look for these powerhouses really to pull Africa forward, and we really hope they do better.
The index really provides the most credible and comprehensive framework which captures what's happening in governance. But that's not the purpose is to capture this picture, but to see how best we can use this now to influence policy.
It's very encouraging that there has been strong improvement in gender, except in West Africa, where it's actually it's received its lowest subcategory score on gender. So I think countries of West Africa need to look at that situation, because I agree very much with the point made that advancement of women and girls is a very good indicator of strong economic and social progress.
This economic integration of Africa is an urgent requirement. We cannot survive and prosper as 54 little tiny economies. This is a big, ugly world. We have to understand that. The German economy is 2.5 times the total economies of Africa. 2.5 times the total economy of Africa. And if Germany still needs the EEC in order to strengthen its bargaining position or to improve its economy, who do we think we are?
Ladies and gentlemen, the Prize Committee of the Mo Ibrahim Foundation met in London yesterday to conclude its deliberations on the 2012 Ibrahim Prize for Achievement in African Leadership. During this meeting, the Prize Committee reviewed a number of eligible candidates, but none met the criteria needed to win this award. Ladies and gentlemen, the award is about excellence in leadership. In the past 6 years, the Prize Committee has selected 3 very worthy laureates who continue to be an inspiration and whose examples we hope will be emulated.
If we said we're going to have a prize for exceptional leadership, we have to stick to that. And we are not going to compromise. We are not, because that discredits the whole prize or what you do. It becomes a pension. It doesn't become a prize for excellence. And everybody understands that excellence is something special.
It is very important that the criteria gets to be understood and be seen to be applied consistently, rather than go out of our way. We have not selected certain people on the criteria that we have. We change the criteria and appoint somebody else. That would be unfair. That's what we have been doing in Africa, and that has been very problematic. And so that is why I think we also have to bear in mind that African leaders don't retire every year. So there will be good leaders in office who probably, if they had retired, would have qualified, but because they have not yet retired, have not qualified. And so to say that because we haven't selected a winner this year, that means that there are no good leaders in Africa. No, it doesn't mean that.
We have a deficit in leadership. I mean, this is a fact, and everywhere you look around, there is a deficit. But while we are celebrating excellence, we are also would like to point that we need to double our efforts to encourage excellence in governance, to encourage leadership. So this is a context I think you all are aware of, and it's really very important to explain to people that we are not saying Africa is failing, neither we are saying Africa is becoming super excellent in governance. We are making a statement of fact.
I really just would like to take this opportunity to salute a wonderful African man who is not a president, who has no office, but a man really who for 50 years of his life stood up to powers, always spoke truth, and whatever it is, whether apartheid, whether the black government of the liberated South Africa, he is not afraid of anybody, and he always spoke really the truth to power, as we said, and we really gave a voice for the voiceless. We think that was an exceptional man, and for that reason we gave him a special prize. This is not an annual prize. It's nothing to do with the prize committee. That's a board decision last September to really celebrate an exceptional African man. And I hope you join me in really celebrating this wonderful man, Archbishop Desmond Tutu.